I got you in here. We're recording. We're just recording. At least we can figure this out right now.
I was taking a picture of you. I don't have any pictures of black people on my phone. None.
The mic is on.
What you want me to do? I mean, what you want me to do? He's like, you can't say that.
How y'all doing? Welcome back to These Guys.
These guys.
Be cuckoo. So today what we're going to be talking about, Jay?
We're going to get into a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about...
What are we really doing?
Your boy Shannon Sharpe.
All right, go ahead. Let's
Belichick. The whole Sanders debacle situation.
We ain't having no time for all this.
Right? It's going to be a 7-hour podcast today. I don't know, maybe we'll throw in some surprise topics. Just maybe I'll come up with something crazy and catch you off guard.
Okay.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
I'll
go.
make up something crazy, cut you off guard.
I mean, it's kind of the way pretty much every single time.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead. Let's go.
yeah. So
Shannon Sharpe. Go with Shannon Sharpe.
Oh, Shannon. I mean, he's kind of been controversial for a while, right? Like, He's got a real big... It's like Stephen A. Smith. He's got a big personality. You know, he's already a big dude, so he already commands a lot of attention. Suits are real tight. I don't even know if you could get a loose suit being that big.
No? I don't think you can.
So...
And he has the money. He has the money to do it.
I mean, right. Like, go to a tailor. You're doing this on purpose.
Yeah.
That's how you get in young girls.
You know any tailors?
Yeah, like last name Taylors or...
No, like tailors, like that make suits.
Yeah.
You know one in Charleston?
Yeah.
You gonna plug them?
You plug them.
Tony the
Taylor.
Plug them.
I didn't know if it was the same one that I knew.
Why? Because
I didn't know. It's not. I don't know. I mean, it's not E-Steps or something like that, so I didn't know if you would.
You better leave my boys at East.
I love it, man. I love him.
I was going to throw up an E, but it might be like a gang symbol, so I ain't throwing up no E's.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get something. So, what do you think? I mean, I guess generalization. Like, what do you think about? Let's just go get into the situation and kind of what your thoughts are on where it is now and where you think it's going to go.
Well, he's 56. They say he's 56. She's 19.
It sounds a little suspect.
Young boy getting the swerve on. Young man, old man getting this young swerve.
Okay.
Oh, and that is good. Yes.
So, I guess you can look at this two ways. I mean, it's really only really one way to look at it. But
yes,
if we're doing devil's advocate, right?
That's
56, right? It's you.
Yeah,
That's what you people do.
Yeah, you people do.
So he's 56. He's able to attract a 19-year-old. Okay, right? I'm just saying, like,
is it him or his money?
I mean, come on.
D all the above. We can go all the above. Let's go.
Which category?
Yeah.
I think number one, it's definitely him. Like, because if it were just some guy on the street, I don't think that this would be a situation. He's a high-profile guy. He's got a ton of money. He's a Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
like he's that guy.
Yes.
It's. I mean, we can put anybody in this situation, right? Tiger Woods, same thing.
Yes.
Tiger Woods would have had a Go phone. He'd still be number one golfer on the planet. Tell me I'm lying.
I plead the fifth.
Plead the fifth.
The F-I-F.
Fifth. I plead the fifth. But no, man, I think, and Shannon Sharpe is married, right?
I don't know. His clothes look sus, so I have the slightest clue. I just don't know. I don't know.
We're going to have to find out.
Yeah, you find that out.
So I'm going to find out. Because, so if he's married, does it make it different?
Does it make what different?
Does it make the situation different?
I don't know their marriage dynamic.
So he's not currently married, is what it says.
Okay, that was quick.
So, I mean, we got the internet here. So if he's not married, right?
Yeah.
And I guess and again, you got to think, right? Look at all of these different relationships Gene Hackman, who died, right?
Yes.
Was 90-some years old. His wife was, I think, in her late 50s, early 60s.
Something like that. Yes.
So, I mean, my wife and I, there's a 14-year age difference. I mean, from an age standpoint, I mean, I think that gap is a little too, that's a chasm. Like, that's way too big of a
They
gap.
have nothing in common but money. And possibly
coitus.
Yeah.
So how did they meet? Because she ain't at the club. She's 19 years old. Or is she at a club? Where they meet?
I don't know. Maybe they were signing books like Belichick.
I mean,
there's a lot going on.
I mean, Real Housewives. I mean, God, that whole situation. I'm so perplexed by that one, bro. You're in the you in your twilight years. You're the greatest, probably one of the greatest coaches of all time. You're crazy paid.
Wait, finish with Shannon, man. Tell them about Shannon. Yeah.
You tell me how you feel about it.
He good with me. He good in my book. The only thing, I mean.
So why is everybody making a big deal out of it?
I guess because of I guess he said he's gonna choke her or something on a phone call.
Gonna choke her like domestically or
Yeah.
like oh hey.
He made it sound like he was gonna do it domestically.
Like some David Carradine stuff.
Yeah,
where it's
but
like,
by phone, yeah. Like he's gonna choke her out of anger, but people say crazy stuff out of anger. I just don't know. I guess it ain't enough of both sides of the story to really come to a conclusion because they say there's 3 sides to every story.
Right. Your side, my side,
and the truth.
And the truth.
Yeah.
So, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. But so do you think? Okay, you think $10 million? $10 million. He said, hush money, like just make this all go away.
But what you hushing? For $10 million, what are you? That's burying a body somewhere. The $10 million because you're in a relationship with a 19-year-old. I'm not giving nobody $10 million because of age. There's more to it than that.
So the way the lawyers and the naysayers and all these people say, well, normally when we hear, I'm giving you some money to shut up, that means we're kind of guilty. That's what we think. But on the legal side, they're saying it will cost him $10 million in lawyers and all the other stuff to prove that he's innocent. So just give you the $10 million and shut up and leave us alone.
Nah, I'd rather spend the money and be. But here's my thing: is it a legal battle or is it a social battle, like to where it just doesn't look right? But has she filed something against him?
Yes, I think something was filed against him.
So if something was, this is in my mind. If you file something against somebody and you're willing to give them $10 million,
yes,
to shut them up
and
to make it go away,
because they was asking for $50 million, and they know he playing around with $100 million contract to sell his podcast. Hey, you can buy our podcast for $100 million too.
You can buy for $1 million.
Buy for
$100,000. But I don't know, man. So that throws a different element into it.
Yes.
The money, it looks a certain way, one way.
But
but the way that it looks, bro, that's all of Hollywood looks like that. Am I wrong? Most of every relationship out there looks like that.
Yeah.
Somebody's older, somebody's younger. Yeah, somebody's dating somebody's mom. You know what I mean? It's great. Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore. You know what I mean? So the dynamic is out there. I don't think that's it. I think there's way more to it. And if it's $10 million involved, there's something that you don't want coming out.
Well, she got mad. The 19-year-old got mad. Is what they say because there was a post of him and another woman on Instagram or something doing the deed.
That's probably why you shouldn't date a kid as a grown man. Problem number one.
Well, you have nothing in common. There's a lot of differences, a lot of growth.
So a younger woman, you got two completely different lives.
Younger woman ain't been through nothing, so everything is
all brand new to her.
Yeah, it's the end of the world. Something happened, it's the end of the world. She's not been through nothing.
But I guess let's flip this coin too. But if she wasn't assaulted, like physically, or if there was no assault, I guess you could round that out. If there was no sexual assault, if there was no crime, does she have a legitimate ask? Because man, there's a ton of frivolous lawsuits out.
Yes.
People trying to get money after money after money after money because somebody's notoriety, right?
Absolutely.
So, is it a lawsuit just trying to get my come up?
I guess we got to see how this play out.
Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think.
Yes.
And why. And we can bring it up on the next
Yeah,
episode.
we'll see how this play out. So now you eager to get into this Belichick.
Yeah, I do. Because I've been watching it on the news, right? And I'm already, when it all happened, I was confused anyway.
Yes.
What do you think?
I don't know what to think. It seems like she calling all the plays now. I thought he was the coach.
Yeah, right?
She calling all the plays.
She's the coordinator.
Yes, she's doing it all. I don't know what to think.
But bro, you saw the interview, right? And I guess
yes.
I mean, unfortunately, I've had a front row seat to how things can be manipulated, edited. You know what I mean? Your words are twisted.
No, catch everyone up. So how do you have a?
I'm just saying, I know of a guy. I've been around people who. You always do this. You're the worst. You're the worst.
You've been around who? I mean,
just people that I know who have been on TV or whatever and have had their words manipulated. But I look at it, that was a 35-minute tape, right? It was a 35-minute interview.
Yes.
And it wasn't streamlined like you can only ask X, Y, and Z. But it was only supposed to pertain to the book, right? In the book tour, in the release, and the content in the book.
Yes.
But there, you know how it is, man. These reporters are
I
really...
don't know how it is. I don't know how it is. Tell us.
But I'll tell you. They're really intrusive with the questions, right? They try to take it, like, they just try to, like, wiggle their way into a situation to where they just catch you in something that pulls you off guard. So that they have even more content. And then they'll take it into a different direction.
I mean, you have an example.
Like, how did you meet?
Okay.
They
met by, like...
You saw her pipe up. She was like, "No, we're not talking about that."
Yes.
Why not? But if you look at the camera angle, so they got a camera facing the conversation, right?
Yes.
And then they got some random camera off to the side on her while she's working on her computer, and all of a sudden she goes, "We're not going to talk about that," and boom, the camera's right on her. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's almost a little too edited. Because you could have heard her voice in the background and it would have been enough. But to have all these cameras, they obviously put a camera on her waiting for her, either from a facial standpoint
or body
or something to where they're like,
no,
I asked her a question and she put her head down.
So they're waiting on body language.
Right. Do you not?
I've never been in this position.
I'm not going down this
Will you
road.
please?
I ain't going down this road.
We would like you to elaborate.
Maybe on another episode. Maybe on another episode we'll go down there.
We just want more elaboration so we can connect with our audience.
You don't always have to bring receipts. Sometimes just life experience is enough, Jabbar. Like snitching. Yeah.
Well, my name is on their paperwork. That's a receipt that I snitched on them. So a receipt is in order.
It's not required. Nice to have. Be really nice to have. It's nice to have. I get some stories, some stories. So what you think about Bill?
Man, I think
you're back on the rails.
I don't think Bill's just getting old, man.
73.
73.
Was he only 21?
Yeah, he don't need no opportunities. I mean, he's done it all. He's did everything that someone can want to do with football. He's done everything. And then they got him a young lady. Well,
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
If the dude's not married, she's not married, and they just have a relationship, who cares? We all know what they're doing. She's 21. Dude's 73.
They have nothing in common either. But I guess they do. Football.
I mean, whatever they got in common, it seems to be whatever they want.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I'm not mad. Yeah, it's odd because it's not like a social norm. Like, it's not normal.
Absolutely.
So anything that doesn't fit in the box, everybody's always gonna throw a ton of shade on it.
Yeah, they want to question.
So, but what do you think the dinner conversation's like?
There's too much salt. You're not gonna have blood.
Oh my God! Listen, I'll take you to your colonoscopy next week. Okay?
Yeah, that's.
I'll be by your side.
I'll be by your side.
And listen, I picked up your meds today.
Yep.
And I put them all in your pill box.
And I renewed your life insurance. I renewed your life insurance policy.
Right. I sent the check in for the policy.
That's right.
It's $17 million.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Absolutely.
I mean, gosh. The more we talk about it, the more awkward it is because it's like, but you're talking about night and day.
Yeah, that's the difference.
I mean, she's literally just becoming an adult.
Yeah.
And he's done being an adult. You know what I mean? Like he's lived 2 lifetimes. And she ain't even started hers yet.
Yeah, he's ready to sit back and watch Matlock. The new Matlock.
I remember in the heat of the night.
Yes.
I told my dad, I said, man, this
you
is
used to
small
sing it all the
town.
time when we played basketball. Hit that heat of the night.
I'm not doing heat. Yeah. I told my dad, I said, listen, man, this little small town, somebody dies, 3-4 people die every episode. Ain't gonna be after 10 episodes, ain't gonna be nobody left in the town. Show's gonna be over. He's like, what do you mean? I said, somebody dies every daggone episode.
Yeah. Well, we gotta see how. I guess we're gonna have to see how that plays out as well.
God, let's get into the real one. Like these are just two weirdos doing something.
I got one more thing. It's the internet sensation now, and I got to edit this. So I want your view on this. We're gonna call this the poor man's conversation. This is a true poor man's conversation.
I have no idea where this is.
This is a poor man's conversation. No one thinks about this but broke people. Who would win between a gorilla and 100 men? A silverback gorilla. This is the popping thing right now on Twitter.
What?
Exactly. So they're getting in arguments. People are mad. They're really trying to figure out who
Do the
will
100
win.
men have weapons?
No, this like Bear Paw
Or straight primal?
straight primal versus one silverback gorilla.
I mean, if I'm part of the 100 men, I'm like, listen, y'all.
Yeah, big.
We're gonna have to come at this dude hard. Everybody, right now,
Full
all
grown
together.
men. Yeah. Now I'm
I'm
assuming.
going 100 men. 100 men's a lot.
I think probably about 20 men could do it. That's just,
I mean, if you all did it at the same time,
Yeah, I didn't put no
1-on-1,
random-
it's over.
Yeah, it's over. No, it's Kurt call.
He's gonna rip your arms off and beat you with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But about 20, I think 20 of you all could do it. I'm not getting in this.
I've never heard of that.
No, I seen it. I seen it once.
Time on your hands.
Yeah, and I glanced. I was like, "Whoa!" And then honestly, Andrew Tate was like, "That's what poor people think." I was like, "Wow."
But why would poor people think about that?
Like,
Now we're thinking about it. I don't consider us poor. Us?
No.
I saw what you pulled up in my house at, so.
I think you should be thinking about money, or how to get it, or to better put your family in a better position.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Why are we wasting time on
Gorillas and people fighting gorillas?
stuff that you would never say? I don't know 100.
Who would do that? You got a big old. We'll just say we go to the Civic Center, and you're like, all right, here it is.
It is.
Here it is.
Line
It's something
them up.
Mr. Beast would do, right?
Yeah.
Listen, we got one 600-pound silverback gorilla, and we got 100 men.
And they all signed. Even the gorilla signed. They signed the
Right. Whoever wins,
They signed the waiver.
whoever wins gets $1 billion.
Yeah, they signed the waiver. And you die, you die.
It's straight Hunger Games. This is real life Hunger Games.
Real life Hunger Games.
So I did say something to Raylan last night, and I was talking to him, and we were watching a video. Have you ever seen? It was big on TikTok for a while, and it's on like an Insta reel every once in a while. And there's like maybe 10 kids, and they're in a village. I don't know if I don't know where it is in the world, but it's like a poor village.
Mm-hmm.
there's like 10 black kids and they dance and they do these skits.
Yes.
And it's it's really good. And I'm like, number one, like, I don't even know how they have internet.
Yes.
You know? So I got to thinking and I was like, you know what would suck? No toilet, no toilet paper, no shower. And you doo-doo. Everybody got to do it. There's 100,000 people in this area. Where do they go? Where? What? You just you just drop it and you just try to cover it up as best you can?
We're still in broke people conversation, okay?
Yeah. Sorry. You brought it up. You threw me way off on this. But where do you go? How do you clean yourself? Because now you got to walk around. It's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah.
You got to run. You got to jump.
You go splash yourself. Go get
with what?
Go splash yourself.
Have you been to Africa?
There's got to be a pond.
I don't mean anything by that.
Yeah, man.
You probably there at one point in time. Like at some point. No. See, you don't have an answer. But think about it. You got to sleep at night beside somebody who did that. They've been sweating all day.
I wouldn't be worried about that. I'll be worried about animals. And hoping that I put enough poop around the circle.
Maybe that's what they do.
The area so they think,
so
okay.
They're just like, no, we can't come here.
Yes.
That's a good theory. I think we should look into that.
Yes. That'll be good.
So...
You're itching about something. Go on and put it out there. You itching? No, say what you want.
This Sanders thing, man.
Who's Sanders?
The Deion and Shador Sanders, like, this is on every channel, every news feed, every reel. And, bro, I'm seeing crazy stuff. Like, he didn't get picked because he's black. And I'm like, okay, well, the first two picks are black. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm confused. But then I'm seeing, like, and we'll just take this, right? So it's everybody's got their own opinion on why or why not.
Absolutely.
Number one, I'm interested to see what your opinion is, what other people's opinions are. My opinion is, if I'm an owner of a team, and I'm just making this up arbitrarily, if I've got $500 million wrapped up in a team, this is my business. I've got to put my best foot forward.
Yes.
I can't just, I guess in this situation, because you got a locker room full of people.
Yes.
You can't just look at stats only.
Exactly.
You can't, right? Because we take the Rodman effect, or the Stevenson effect, or the Draymond Green effect. You can take the talent so far, but when you got a company and you got a locker room full of 100 people, how does the one person, their personality, how does it impact everybody else on the team? How does it, the staff, if the staff is like, stop doing this, and you're like, I'm going to do what I want, I'm a first round draft, you see what I'm saying? So now you're dealing with, it has nothing to do with the stats at this point, it's a personality conflict. And it was Johnny Manziel, right? Yes. Like, that was another one. You got the talent, but the personality is so wild and out there, and from a social media standpoint, I saw a comparison of the two quarterbacks. What was his name? Cool. I don't know. It was the white quarterback, and they had almost identical stats.
Yes.
I'm talking almost identical pass over. I think it was like 37 games or something like that. I think Shador had like 41 touchdowns. He had 37. Their pass completion was like 70, 74, and like 73. I mean, when I say identical, they were identical.
Yes.
But then it got to a social media following. Mm-hmm. Shador was like 2.25 million. He was like 100,000. Do you see what I'm saying? So from a social standpoint, now you've got such a crazy personality. Travis Hunter, that dude was so excited to get drafted.
Yes.
He was stoked. There was no, he was a kid in a candy store. But to me, if it were my team, I'm looking at not just the talent. The talent is one thing. But man, if you're going to be a cancer inside this locker room, I got to pass. And I don't.
Can we pause there?
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm so West Virginia.
Yeah.
And I like to talk sometimes to the parents or the youth that's watching us. So he's saying even with the attitudes that say one may have versus the other one who's just talent and has a great attitude, that this attitude, you might not get that first round draft pick. In today's society, especially coming from our little state of West Virginia, you need to get that attitude in check or colleges ain't going to pick your children up. I don't care what sport it is. If they great athletes, great athletes. They are great athletes, and they're not getting first round draft picks because of possibly personalities and attitudes. What do you think your child, your daughter, your son, or whoever are going to do when they get out of high school and they got a bad attitude and they're pouting every time the ref calls a call, or you always see this after a call? What college do you think your child can get to? D1?
Body language.
Nah.
Yeah.
Body language. D2? Yeah. D3? JUCO? 13th year, maybe a prep school? Possibly. To get that checked and in line so they can make it to that next level. So he's talking millions now from college to the professionals. So do you think from high school to college, they want that cancer in their colleges? No. So for the parents out there who's watching, attitude, body language, talking back, how they talk to other people in public, referees, how they talk to the referees, how they react to referees' calls. Coachability. That all means something. And that's to my people here in West Virginia. To my locals, get better. But back to you.
Yeah, no. So I mean, that's just kind of my take on it. Is I don't think it's a race thing because, man, I look at sports. Look at the NBA.
Yes.
It's 80% black, right? The NFL is over 50% black. Even some of the greatest athletes in the world, Floyd Mayweather, Tiger. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
So I don't think it's a race thing. I think it's two things. I think he has been given such an incredible life.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he didn't work for what he has. I don't think that that's true. I think that he has absolutely put in the work.
Yeah.
But I also think genetically, the man hit the jackpot. I mean, you're talking about Deion Sanders, bro. I've got tons of football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is in there. And I've got a ton of Deion Sanders cards. The guy, besides Bo Jackson, was probably the most versatile athlete on the planet. Would play a baseball game, hop on a flight, goes to a football game, hop back on a flight for practice. I mean, the guy was an insane athlete.
Absolutely.
Just that alone. And he showed up every game. Now, his persona, I mean, but here's the thing, he backed it up. The guy would show up at a football game. If you kicked it near him, it's coming back.
Don't go to his side.
You go to that side, it's over.
Yes.
He's either going to nail you or he's running it back.
Yes.
If you kick it to him on a kick, you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Kick it in the back of the end zone. Yes. Give yourself a chance. Take the loss but he showed up and he did it.
Absolutely.
But he did it day in, day out, sport in, sport out. Bo Jackson, the same daggone thing.
Yes.
You've got athletes, incredible athletes, and you got super athletes.
Yes.
Randy Moss. Guys like that who, I watched him at a track meet once. The guy was sitting on the sidelines, literally tied his shoes, went out and just flat broke records. No stretch, no nothing. Just a genetic oddity. And you have those super athletes, and they're few and far between.
Yes.
But the differentiating factor to me is their attitude. Because I can guarantee you from a stat line, Shador's he's legit. He's put in the work. You can't argue with stats.
No.
He's got the game film. But
numbers don't lie.
Did he show up at the combine? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, you're not doing the things to put yourself on that pedestal. You're just telling everybody where you should go. You got to back it up with your actions.
Pause. Thank you.
Another teaching moment.
Another teaching moment.
Yeah.
I love it because he's speaking facts.
Yeah.
and these are to them kids again. Parents, these are to your kids. That, oh, I'm good, I'm better than him. Oh, they can't beat me. But your team continuously lose. Yeah. We don't have a dominant force in West Virginia. Well, I haven't heard of a dominant force, a dominant kid who's just the dominance where everyone wants to go see that kid, him or her. So they're not that good as they're saying. So don't just talk it. Remove yourself, then pop out and show people.
Yeah.
I was going to say the other thing, but I ain't no rapper. But yeah. Go ahead. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, give me your take. I mean, so what do you think about it?
No, that's where I'm at. I'm also, when I hear things, I heard that about his father. That no one would deal with his father either because, you know, his father got a lot of pull in the NFL as well.
He said he didn't want him at certain teams.
Yeah, so would you want to deal with that? So parents, same thing for you all. If you're always involved, some coaches might not want to deal with you all. They want to deal with a kid who wants to be an adult.
It's a packaged problem.
Yeah, because you're a package.
You bringing more luggage onto the bus.
That's right.
Of his luggage, he's bringing extra luggage.
So our teams avoid him because of that as well. Because if your parents a problem, I don't want you on my team because I got to deal with your parents too because you ain't playing. Yep. And we already giving you NIL money. We gave you a scholarship. We gave you this. We gave you that. And now they got to deal with that.
Well, so okay. Here was the thing: is they compared it to the Mannings.
Those are some great guys, though.
But you see what I'm saying? I think there's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Not from a talent standpoint.
Yeah.
The talent is there on both sides, but the personalities are way different.
Yeah. So you're saying Deion and LeVar Ball is on the same line?
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. LeVar Ball is a mouthpiece for nonsense. I think the guy's hilarious. I really do. He's a funny dude.
Love him. I don't like what he did to they had to muzzle him.
But I think that's the problem. He has destroyed the image of his kids because he's like, instead of them just going to play and doing what they're doing, like the Big Baller brand,
yes.
I think it's creative. I think it's outside the box. I would have been on board. But I'm like, God, this is the face of the company? Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying?
Too much controversy.
It has nothing to do with it. I think we've gotten so deep down this rabbit hole of white, black, and it's these against this and this and against. It's not. For some people, it's like, I just don't want to deal with the extra nonsense.
Yes. And he said for some people,
along with it.
And he's right. For some people, that's right. That's right.
It is.
Other people might be race thing, but for a lot of people, it is. I don't want to deal with that.
I don't want to deal with baggage.
I don't want to deal with a lot of that. And
it's
they asked me today, Jabbar, why don't you coach? Why don't you coach? Why don't you coach? I love kids. I adopt everybody's kids. I love kids
alone.
I love kids.
Braylon did ask the other day what it would be like to live with Jabbar, and I was like, it'd probably be rough.
It would be.
It'd be so rough.
I'm tough. I'm tough because I expect greatness out of all kids. So if your kid come up under me and they get agitated, it's because I expect them to be great.
It's not that you're being mean. It's just you
I
have a high expectation because you want them to have high expectations for themselves.
Exactly.
Set the bar high.
Absolutely.
So do you think it's a race thing? I mean,
overall, no. I know there's racism and racist people, and if I have my own franchise, I'm not. That's why I don't coach. I'm not dealing with parents, and all parents are not bad parents.
But when your parent is Deion Sanders, I mean, you're talking about probably one of the most prolific athletes of all time. Yes,
and he got a lot of pull, and I don't want him controlling my franchise.
Constant in your face all the time.
I don't need no one else controlling.
One to be on the sidelines, coaching his own son for the rest of his life.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be honest, man, they don't want that. You got somebody over your shoulder all the time telling you what you.
20 minutes later.
Just to wrap that up, leave us some comments about what you think about the whole Sanders dad, Sanders son. Just that whole situation in general. Leave some comments about what you all think.